Something strange is going on with Oprah Winfrey's South African school for girls. Started spreading rumors that girls are disappearing from the school. According to these rumors, several students from the school have gone missing.
Yo, so why am I hearing that Oprah had a school for girls and all of them went missing?
These are my girls. These are my girls.
Oprah did what? 50 Cent just jumped in and put Oprah Winfrey on blast, calling her out like she's doing things even wilder than Diddy ever did. People online swear Oprah has been blocking the rise of black actors in Hollywood just to protect her own spot at the top, and that rumor about her all-girls school in Africa keeps getting dragged back up because it shook everyone. Students there made serious allegations. Some reportedly went missing, and folks started whispering about human remains being found. So now everyone's asking what's real and what's just people talking. And if you've been awake the last 20 years, you already know Oprah cannot stand 50 Cent. It isn't just I don't like him. It's been more like she's tried to shut down his whole wave since day one. Back when 50 was leveling up fast, he wanted to sit down with Oprah to clean up his rep. From ex-dealer in Jamaica, Queens, to a global rap star. But Oprah wasn't trying to hear any of that. She said no to the idea immediately because she didn't vibe with him as a person or with his music. Of course, 50 being 50, he fired right back. He called Oprah out for catering to what he said was an older white audience and even compared her to an Oreo, saying she's black on the outside and white inside. He said, "I think she caters to older white women," and made it clear that her audience is basically the parents of his audience. He added that he didn't care about her show because she was against everything in his music, so she was never going to invite him, and he knew that meant he had officially made it big. So he basically said, "All right then, if we can't be friends, we can at least be enemies." And he meant it with his whole chest. He even joked that having tension with her might work better for him anyway, which is wild. But don't get it twisted. Yes, the interview finally happened, but not because Oprah suddenly felt generous. She was pushed into it by big industry players who needed 50 on that couch because he was running the charts, and his presence was guaranteed to boost her ratings.
Favorite meal for him?
When he was growing up, his favorite food was pork and beans and Franks.
Really? You still like them?
Yeah, it was the fastest. Like things for you to cook.
Then out of nowhere, Ludacris stepped in and called her out too. He went on her show to promote his movie Crash with the rest of the cast, ready to talk film, acting, and all that, only for Oprah to switch the whole vibe. Instead of hyping the movie, she kept pressing him about his usage of the N-word in his music, completely detouring from why he was even there in the first place. It threw the whole energy off, and then it got even messier. After the interview, Oprah's team edited out parts of Ludacris's responses, chopping it up in a way that made him look uneducated, like she was trying to paint him as some kind of stereotype for her mostly white audience. It came off like she was using him as an easy target just to score points with them, even if it made another black entertainer look bad, as long as she walked away clean.
He had made about, I was there for a Crash for the movie. Yeah. And basically she said something about not agreeing with my music, but she thought I did great in the movie. And of course I was up there with the whole cast of Crash. And so I didn't necessarily felt like that needed to be said. You didn't agree with my music. And even if you don't agree with certain songs I made, say this, you don't agree with certain songs, don't say you just don't agree with all of my music. Right.
And then there was Dave Chappelle. People online still talk about how wild that interview felt. Fans claimed Oprah tried to push him into admitting he misused substances, even though Dave was there to talk about why he walked away from that huge $50 million Comedy Central deal.
I was able to say what she said, and then I had my rebuttal, and when I saw the final show, her comments were in there.
Right, was in there, but yours wasn't in there.
And mine weren't in there, so it just looked like I kind of took it.
Wow.
Like it was just quiet and didn't
you
say
this
nothing.
man?
Word on the street has always been that the contract details were so bad that Dave felt unsafe and dipped to South Africa to clear his head, but none of that was proven. And while he tried explaining this to Oprah, folks said she kept cutting him off and nudging him toward allegations he never agreed with, which made the whole moment feel tense on screen.
Saying that you had become increasingly paranoid. Would you say you were paranoid?
Sure. First of all, what is a black man
without his paranoia intact. You might win $100 in a poker game and be on the subway. You're gonna look over your shoulder. They just said in everything I had $50 million. That's like making me a marked man.
So did you go to a psychiatric hospital?
In South Africa?
Yeah.
Who is me? I'm insane. They were trying to get me to take psychotic medication.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not taking this medicine, man, because I know these people be trying to control you or maybe discredit you. I was afraid, like, you know.
But you were stressed out. That's
There's
why.
no question. But it's very stressful for someone to constantly walk behind you.
But oh, it doesn't stop there. Taraji and Monique had their own drama tied to Oprah, at least according to public interviews and what fans pieced together online. When Taraji had her situation, people immediately brought up Monique because their stories sounded way too similar for comfort. Back in 2023, Taraji shook the internet when she said she felt underpaid for the color purple, and folks were heated. Then Taraji showed up on another interview with Oprah's best friend Gayle King, and she opened up about being so stressed she considered quitting acting. While Taraji was holding back tears, viewers said Gayle came off like she was brushing aside her feelings and cracking jokes during a serious moment, which had the internet calling it gaslighting.
And I heard on the street, Taraji, you had the audacity to say you're thinking about stopping acting. We said, stop talking. Are you thinking about it?
I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost. I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing over and over. You get tired. I hear people go, you work a lot. I'll have to. The math ain't mathing. Tired of hearing that my entire career, 20 plus years in the game, and I hear the same thing, and I see what you do for another production, and when it's time for us to go to bed, you don't have any money. They play in your face. And I'm just supposed to smile and grin and bear it and just keep, like, enough is enough.
And since Gayle and Oprah are super close, the rumors started flying again. Some even saying their friendship might be deeper than what we see, though none of that has ever been confirmed. Still, the timing had people talking non-stop. And right when everything was blowing up online, 50 Cent slid into the whole mess by reposting an article about the situation, stirring the pot even more and making the conversation go viral all over again. 50 Cent reposted the moment with the caption, "They dropped the ball. F him. Taraji, I'm ready to work. Let's get it." And that had the internet moving fast. But what Taraji didn't realize then was that going up against someone with Oprah's influence was never going to be easy. And according to what Monique has said for years, she could have told Taraji exactly how tough that road might be. If you've been on social media, you already know Monique has been calling out Oprah and Tyler Perry for a long time. She says the industry pushed her out after she didn't want to do unpaid press runs for the movie Precious, especially since she was paid only $50,000 and was still expected to cover her own travel and hotel from that same check. Fans online felt like the situation sounded unfair, so her story kept gaining traction. While Monique was speaking on all of this, 50 Cent was loud with his support. He posted a photo of her and wrote, "All in favor of Monique being back on top, say make it happen," hyping her return. Then he said, 50, stop effing around. I went to see Monique's stand-up show during Super Bowl weekend. It was so good. She had me in a trance. You gotta go check her out. That post alone had people cheering because he didn't hesitate to back her publicly. He later doubled down and made another post calling for Tyler Perry and Oprah to apologize to Monique, saying he was ready to help lift her career again. He added, "I'm sure Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry would not want to continue to allow their influence to damage Monique's career. This has gone on for way too long, so now would be a great time to apologize. Because I'm gonna put her back on Green Light Gang, I don't miss." The whole thing had social media buzzing nonstop, And on top of all that chatter, 50 Cent also brought up online rumors about Oprah having connections to Harvey Weinstein and mentioned the long-standing stories people talk about regarding her all-girls school. Though none of that has ever been proven, it's still the kind of stuff the internet never stops debating. People say Oprah and Harvey were super close back in the day, always popping up on red carpets, doing events together, even teaming up on film projects. They were treated like a Hollywood power duo, just without the romance. But when Harvey's scandals came out, Oprah said she had no idea what was going on behind the scenes, even though people pointed out that he was accused of mistreating women and underage individuals at parties she reportedly attended. Fans online refused to believe she knew nothing, and the internet went wild with theories. Then there's the boarding school she opened in South Africa, which has been surrounded by rumors ever since. When the school launched in 2007, the dorm matron, Virginia Tiny Makopo, was charged with multiple counts of misconduct involving students. Because of the seriousness of those allegations, Oprah flew out to South Africa herself, apologized publicly, and removed the headmistress from the school. Even with that, plenty of people still said she only did it for PR, claiming it was all damage control. Oprah said the school would change for the better, but online conversations insisted the situation didn't improve. In 2011, another case hit the headlines when a student secretly carried a pregnancy and gave birth without anyone knowing, and the baby was tragically found in her bag afterward. That moment sparked all kinds of wild speculation, including rumors about strange rituals, none of which were ever proven, but the internet kept spinning stories non-stop. As always, the internet had something to say. One person wrote, "Oprah was besties with Epstein. She has been to the island. The girls are probably being used. We need to do something about it." And that comment had people spiraling. Another person said, "Oprah has been an issue for the Black community. Gotta learn to stop supporting just because the person is Black. Character matters." And that one took off too. Folks online never hold back. But now I want to hear from you. What do you think about everything 50 Cent has been saying about Oprah, and do you believe she had any involvement at all with the situation surrounding those missing girls linked to her school? These conversations get messy fast, so drop your thoughts below. And make sure you like, subscribe, share, and comment. And I'll see you in the next one. Click right here to watch the next messy video.